One of the biggest pinball, arcade, and video game conventions anywhere returns to our region August 1st through 4th with a 21st century twist. A new partnership with the Pittsburgh Knights is introducing esports to the world of pinball and Pac-Man. The Knights are among the first city-branded esports teams, and they're working closely with the Pittsburgh Steelers to build their franchise. Matt Roche is a manager of corporate and strategic partnership for the Knights, and Mark Steinman is director of the Replay Foundation, which is actually based right here in our region. Welcome. Good to see you both here.
Thank you for having us.
Yeah, I'm going to come back to the Knights in a second, but I hear more about Replay. So what is the foundation all about? What is it you all are in business for?
So the ultimate goal of the foundation is to preserve, protect, and celebrate gaming history in America and throughout the world. So what we spend a lot of our time doing is bringing games back to life. There's a limited supply of Pac-Mans and Donkey Kongs and things like that out in the world, and so our technicians day in and day out are working to bring these things back to life, and we run this large show to celebrate them, to get people together and come play them and have a good time. And
this is large is the operative word here, because you guys basically now fill the Lawrence Convention Center every year for this thing?
That's correct. We're the entire upper floor, and to the best of my knowledge, it's the largest video game and pinball arcade in existence when it's built.
So it's everything all the way back from the pinball that I played when I was a kid to whatever the latest video game is that my son's playing today, right?
That's correct. It's one of the best things about ReplayFX is we have games from 50 years ago. You can, go and play some of the old wood rail pinball machines that people used to drop nickels into, and then turn around and go play the Nintendo Switch and Fortnite and some of the newest and most popular modern games that there are.
Really cool. Nickel pinball. I remember that. So the Knights connection to all of this. Obviously, the Knights been around for a few years now, growing very rapidly as an esports franchise. How did this partnership with Replay come about?
Part of our mission as an esports franchise here in the city is to grow the knowledge of gaming and esports here in our hometown. So events is a perfect way for us to do that. So when we initially contacted Mark, we said, hey, you guys are doing an amazing job with the retro and the pinball and the free play that you have. What if we add modern gaming, competitive gaming elements to that as well? And it's been a great partnership ever since.
Now, has there been a competitive piece to Replay in the past?
There has been. We run the largest pinball tournament in the world. There's 1,000 players. It's called Pittsburgh. It's sold out in 5 seconds. And we have gone beyond pinball as well. We've run some smaller esports style tournaments and just some silly things that people can come in and play for free and compete against one another in high score tournaments and things like that. But really the largest competitive aspect to what we do is brought in by the Knights, and it's one of the reasons we're real excited about this partnership.
So tell me about what are you going to be doing? What does esports now bring to this event?
So the Knights as a company, we've been rapidly expanding, and we want to bring a couple different elements to the event. So number one, we're going to have our teams on site meeting fans, telling people some cool tips and things like that that they may not be able to get on our social media accounts or YouTube channels. But additionally, we're running a ton of different tournaments. So a couple of the big ones is Rocket League, Super Smash Bros, Melee, and Ultimate, and a bunch of other ones tied into both competitive for cool prizes and cash prizes as well. But additionally, we want to create the barrier of entry so that anyone, regardless if they've ever competed in a competition before, can join the event and partake in all the different festivities that we have going on.
So people don't have to be intimidated and think they're
not at all
playing against your best professional players and be humiliated.
That was our big concern. We wanted to make sure that anyone, no matter if they're walking off the street and had never heard of gaming before, they're able to come to the event and partake in 100 different ways and really enjoy it, whether or not they want to, come in with friends or come in by themselves and compete in some of the different tournaments, or if they just want to play and relax and enjoy a bunch of the other sponsors and exhibitors that we have on site that are featuring a ton of different gaming items.
So Mark, this really is for everybody, right? Families, anybody of all ages, really an open event?
Absolutely. The event was actually designed to encourage what we call cross-generational gaming. We really wanted to build something where parents could bring their kids in, and the kids could introduce them to some of the new modern things that were happening and say, hey, Mom, Dad, come over and check this out. This is what me and my friends play. And then the parents could turn around and say, now let's go play a game of Ms. Pac-Man. So we wanted to set something up where there are all different types and different eras of gaming on the show floor at the same time. And it really gets people talking about just what gaming means in general. And it gives us a lot of opportunities that we wouldn't otherwise have if we would just focus on only the retro stuff or only the new stuff.
Sure. No, really cool. About a minute left, Matt. But I do have to ask you, since it's been about a year and a half or almost 2 years, I think, since we had the Nights on before.
Yeah.
Back then you were in a second floor walk-up up in Hazelwood, as I recall. Now you moved into the Steelers offices. They're kind of giving you a little bit of mentoring and helping hand. What else has been happening with the Knights?
Yeah, so in the past year, we've expanded from 1 team under our portfolio to now 8 that compete in different titles all around the world. So our goal was to take Pittsburgh global, and we want to represent our city. So right this moment, one of our teams is in Berlin, Germany, competing and representing Pittsburgh, and other teams in Stockholm, Sweden, and other teams in Atlanta, Georgia. And we have players right now in downtown Pittsburgh that are playing and streaming different competitions. So the company has rapidly grown. We have a couple big announcements coming up as well, but since partnering with the Steelers back in December and moving into their offices, it's just been a great relationship, and they've been helping us out in every different area.
Really exciting stuff. So if people want to experience all of this, how do they find you? How do they sign up to attend Replay?
ReplayFX.org, and the event's August 1st through the 4th.
ReplayFX.org. Mark Steinman, the director of the Replay Foundation. Matt Roche from the Pittsburgh Knights. Well, sounds like a lot of fun. Enjoy. Yeah.
Definitely. Thank you for having us. We look forward to seeing you there, too.
All right. Absolutely. My nickel pinball. Absolutely. I'm in. All right. Take care. And we'll be back in a minute with a little dollars and cents. Please stay with us.